What you gonna do if you get to the Mars and know there is co-creatures and they evolved to beat the human? Human in the future in 2597 moving to Mars to reconstruction in our movie beginning from Tokyo, Japan. When the police arrested two criminals, they are called Kamachi and Nana. To figure out the only way to erase their criminal history is to join the next ship that will go to the Mars. And after they get promise from Dr. Hans, he give them a lot of money after completing the mission successfully. They didn't figure out any way else to accept. And after 2 years from experiment, they go to the Mars with a group of criminal and tourism get the same promise to join the mission. The planet evolved in this time to transform and to be made familiar to Earth with the ability to live in it. They land in the Mars successfully after getting the permission from their leader. Start immediately to clean up the field around them by shooting chemicals around them to clear the area from any cockroaches. The captain gave them the first order to get in groups and to search for any cockroaches. The groups was made from 2 members to search for cockroaches. They starting to search everywhere under their feet to see any cockroaches, but there is nothing there. That's when Jean and Maria seen some group of some creature in groups like cavemen. They immediately hide behind some rock, trying to not seen by these creatures. In the other side, Kamachi and Anna was having the same situation when they figure out something in front of them and they think it's aliens. But little do you know, Kamachi tried to interact with the creature by saying hi to see the creature get into Anna's neck and break it and run after that to disappear. The other groups join him and tell him there is other member get killed from this creature and they have to run to the ship, and that's what they did. After getting the ship, they started questioning the captain what is happening, what is going on, to tell them this creature are what they get to conquer, to shock them all. This creature is not aliens, it's the cockroaches, and he was know about the things, to start telling them what's happening to evolve this creature. To figure out the humans did it to evolve the life in Mars. But the plan didn't end up well, because after putting these cockroaches and in the last 500 years they evolve in this shape that make them unbreakable in this planet. That's when the doctor joined them and starting to telling them that the only way to back alive is fighting these creatures, and that's by injecting themselves with some chemicals that makes them translate to something else. Something interact with their DNA in this injection and make them getting some information in their DNA from insects and human that gives them the ability to fight these creatures. That's when some creature get in front of their ship that makes one of them, called Lee, have the advantage to start when he injects himself to transform immediately to insect hybrid. The main creature can shoot chemicals from his body to dissolve his enemy and burn it. But in Lee DNA case, it make him can shoot fire from his hands to start fighting the creature. After knowing he can't win by just using kicks, he is starting to use his fire. And after a while, he think he won, but didn't work as he planned. To see the creature jump into him and get his stomach out of his body to die immediately. In the same time, there was a creature. He jumped into the ship to start trying to crack it. They wasn't afraid because they think the glass is proof against his attack, but it wasn't to get into the ship and get 2 heads off of them. The captain immediately inject himself to translate to a bulletin, and the main bulletin can handle to lift more than 100 times over her weight to start to smash the insect body to destroy it in a matter of seconds. And now they think they win the fight, but little they know they just started. To find out hundreds of them around their ship get ready to attack them. They know they will be stuck if they didn't run away immediately. There is some error can make them fly with the ship, and now the captain think he'll sacrifice himself to make them make. Now they have to get the other ship to get some materials from it can fix the ship. Before they started, there is other volunteer. He is the hacker, Itcher. He wanted to stay to help his captain. The creature was climbing the ship while they planned. Kamachi was saying goodbye for Anna before he arrived. Figure out there is a thin thing get out from her mouth, but there wasn't enough time. The creature get into the ship. Megatru inject himself to start to transform for other creature, to start fighting and give them time to get in the other ship. That's when the serial killer injects himself to transform for roof beetle that give him the ability to shoot the fire from his mouth. He jumps the ship roof to starting shooting the creatures and moving the ship. From the other side, Ichiro, the hacker, started to unload the oxygen from the ship to make the creature have no oxygen and die immediately. And he himself starting to peace out. While they was take off the ship, they shocked when they figure out a wave of insects in their way, and scarcely they find a way out through the wave. But their happiness didn't last forever to see other bigger wave. And it's coming their way. Kachma get the decision to transform, but Misaka and Maria stop him to transform for him. They transformed for Beetle to start right away to fight. It wasn't like the first wave, falling the ground with the ship to get far away from the ship, but the ship was automatically made to start to continue the mission, to leave them and go into the other ship. And of course the creatures didn't give them time to recover, to start killing them one by one with a cold blood. In the same time, Kamachi woke up with knowing nothing about what happened, and now he and the other members get off from the ship to find out there's front of the main ship. Kamachi started yelling everywhere to figure out if anyone survived, but no answer. They are starting to continue the mission with getting in the ship and starting to see the errors, leaving two members out of the ship to see if anyone there and to protect them. There is a bullet get it from nowhere to get in someone's body and kill him immediately. Make the other terrified what is happening, to know he is the next one, to get off his clothes, yelling into the enemy to make their best, to fold it after getting bullet everywhere in his body. The other members figure out their dead bodies, make them terrified looking around them what is happening, to figure out there is a group of creatures stand in front of them with sticks and guns. In the other side there is something wrong. The doctor was talking to some creature and he can talk. He evolved from the other creatures and he warning him from Kamachi transformation. In the other side, Kamachi was about to transform and he injected himself to start his transformation to a giant hornet. And at the same time, Jin is starting to inject himself to transform for desert locust, to give his body the ability to jump and fly, and really strong feet muscle make him make holes in the creature body. And Mina transform for praying mantis, make her body transform like a knife can cut through their bodies. In the first ship there was the captain and he was about to get shot by the creature. That's when something happened, make him stare into his enemy. To surprise when he saw something cut his head from inside out. To find out she is Asuka and she survived. After the last attack she transformed for this shape to control the creature mind and make them against each other to fight for her and kill themselves. But she isn't here to save the captain. She is here for the other mission, to start shooting the captain right away with multiple shots. To start her real mission, starting with wake the hacker out, to get a cup of water and throw it in his face, to start breathing again. And the reason he didn't die, because his DNA translate for aging Kuruvamide that give him the ability to live in real tough environment. And once he interacts with water, he's starting his vital organs to back to normal, to insistently starting their real mission. And their real mission is to translate and evolve cockroach's egg from Marsh to Earth, and that's Japanese government plan to evolve their army to an unstoppable army, to vaccinate their soldier, to merge their DNA with cockroaches' DNA. But the things didn't continue like they planned. When the egg cracked and two cockroaches moved to stand up in front of her, and she's starting to use her ability to control their minds, but unfortunately it didn't work. These cockroaches are more developed than other cockroaches to kill her, and starting screaming for help from other cockroaches groups. And the other cockroaches starting to listen to them, starting flying into the ship that was in her way to the Earth. And after unlimited cockroaches attacking the ship fall off, to fall in a matter of meters from Kamachi, to start their fighting against the developed cockroaches. There was a big bar difference to kill them like nothing. After seeing that, Jin starting immediately to vaccinate himself to evolve to the other level, and Kamachi did the same, but there is no end for them. When they were about to die, something suddenly happened. There is something like butterfly dropping sparkles, flames everywhere, and Kamachi recognized it. It's Anna. She transformed for this creature after she died. He tried to save her, that's when some quanqer shot her to let all the area in flames. Jin saved Kamachi in the right time, flying far away from the fire. And after injecting himself for 3 times, he transformed for insect forever. To say goodbye to Kamachi after seeing to him he will be human forever. After getting in front of the ship, he saw some quanqer to punch him in the face in anger and end the hate between human and quanqer by let him to live. After goes inside the ship, he saw Ichiro the hacker still alive. Ichiro hacked the system to show all the world in the international TV what happened in the mission. The government put a spy in the doctor lab and he was planned for all of them to kill his assistant, was poison her. When they were in their way to home, Ichiro promised to show up all the world what happened in this mission in details, and Kamachi promised to get back to the marsh.